Hello, I'm Annie Gosfield. I'm the composer and the librettist of Emma, a new opera for 6 percussion and soprano. It's about Emma Goldman, who is hard to define, but she was an anarchist, she was an activist, she was a public speaker, she was a writer, she was a publisher, she was also a nurse and a midwife, and spent time in jail, and owned an ice cream store in Massachusetts. So the opera focuses on Emma's early life because I thought it really humanized her. And I thought, as opposed to describing her politics and describing a series of events, crimes she was accused of, getting deported, I wanted something that tapped into a more emotional source. So the early part of her life just shows what happened to inspire her to become such an advocate. And I don't think it's told as frequently as these really kind of splashy, dramatic, sometimes violent moments in her life. It was interesting to try to come up with some kind of focus for this opera. So the one thing I didn't know about was, like, what made Emma Emma? Why did she become this really important defender of human rights? And I found that her early life was very interesting. She's got a very passionate way of describing her background. She's emotional in a way that you might not expect. So learning about what she went through as a young woman and why that led to being an activist was really interesting for me. So one thing that was really exciting was writing an opera that was just for 1 singer and 6 percussion. I don't know of any precedents. Voice and percussion is kind of a challenging combination, but it kind of brings things down to these basic elements of singing, using your voice, and hitting things. The voice always came first when I wrote this because I was bringing to life this character of Emma Goldman. I thought about what she would say and how I could set this to music. Representing Emma Goldman, it's kind of down to earth, but emotional and dramatic at the same time. One reason why the piece is so important to me is it demonstrates that these are ongoing problems in America and in the rest of the world. And this was one woman's experience of how she came to change it. And there can be many other people who follow in her footsteps.